In this video, we explore the tumultuous church politics surrounding key figures during the councils of Ephesus and Chalcedon. It focuses on Archimandrite Eutyches, who was anathematized at the Council of Constantinople in 448 CE, rehabilitated at the Second Council of Ephesus in 449 CE, and excommunicated again at Chalcedon in 451 CE. Additionally, we examine the case of Pope Dioscorus of Alexandria, who was excommunicated at the Council of Chalcedon in 451 CE. This analysis follows the shifting fortunes of these figures within the context of early Christian theological debates. Initially, Eutyches adhered to Cyrillian Christology, affirming the continuous existence of both the divinity and humanity in Christ. However, he refused to accept two natures in Christ after the union, fearing that such a phrase might resemble the Nestorian Christology he strongly opposed. Consequently, Eusebius of Dorylaeum accused Eutyches of betraying Orthodox Christology. Eutyches was tried by Eusebius's ally, Patriarch Flavian of Constantinople, and was condemned in the Council of Constantinople in 448 CE, after refusing to acknowledge the concept of two natures after the union. At the Council of Chalcedon in 451 CE, the events were recounted as follows. Eutyches said that he had neither learnt it in the expositions of the Holy Fathers, nor, if such statements were to him, would he accept it, since the divine scriptures, as he claimed, make no mention of natures and are superior to the expositions given in teaching. When further questioned at the Council of Constantinople, Eutyches confessed that the Lord came into being from two natures before the union, but after the union, he acknowledged one nature. It is worth noting that the primary sources do not provide any evidence suggesting that Eutyches outright denied the humanity of Christ. This accusation appears exclusively in the Tome of Leo, composed in 449 CE, marking it as a later development rather than a point of contention in the earlier discussions of the Council of Constantinople. As Patrick Gray aptly puts it, the notion of a freestanding heresy called Eutychianism had no basis in fact. It had not until now existed anywhere except in the clumsy and misleading caricature contained in Leo's tome. It had been condemned, not by the Holy Fathers at large as Eusebius claimed, but by Leo alone, and at that only a few months previously. In the same year, Eutyches appealed his case to Dioscorus at the Second Council of Ephesus in 449 CE, where he was rehabilitated, and his accusers, Eusebius and Flavian, were condemned. Due to Eutyches' rehabilitation by Dioscorus, the latter has been associated with him at the Council of Chalcedon. Upon hearing the accusations against Eutyches, Dioscorus declared at the Council of Chalcedon, "If Eutyches holds opinions contrary to the doctrines of the Church, he deserves not only punishment, but hellfire. For my concern is for the Catholic and Apostolic faith and not for any human being." By the fourth session of the Council of Chalcedon, most bishops present were prepared to anathematize Eutyches. This time, Eutyches was not to be rehabilitated. He remains in the memory of the churches that accepted and rejected Chalcedon as a theologically flawed and heretical figure who wavered between positions before reacting to Nestorius's extreme Christology with his own extreme views, which diminished the integrity of Christ's humanity. The extent to which this truly reflected his beliefs remains a matter of debate.
Looking to dive deeper into theology and enrich your understanding? Discover Theology Academy, a channel filled with insightful, well-researched videos crafted to keep you informed and inspired. But why stop there? On our website, you'll find exclusive features designed to elevate your learning experience, whether through in-depth modules, expert analyses, or personalized learning paths. It's more than just knowledge. It's a community that helps you grow and explore at your own pace. So, don't wait. Subscribe to Theology Academy on YouTube and visit theologyacademy.net to unlock a world of wisdom today.
Unlike Eutyches, Dioscorus' name evokes different reactions in ecclesial communities. For example, Chalcedonian churches consider him a heretic, whereas non-Chalcedonian churches venerate him as a saint and a hero of faith. As the successor to Cyril of Alexandria, he made upholding Cyril's Christological legacy his sacred duty. earning the trust of Emperor Theodosius II, who was sympathetic to Alexandrian Christology. Dioscorus was tasked with presiding over the Second Council of Ephesus in 449 CE, which deposed Flavian, Eusebius, Theodoret, and Ibes, while exonerating Eutyches. The methods by which these decisions were made were scrutinized at the Council of Chalcedon in 451 CE, which resulted in the deposition and exile of Dioscorus to Gangra. There are two common narratives that explain Dioscorus's deposition, which are widespread in Chalcedonian churches today. First, Dioscorus was deposed for holding the same heretical views that Eutyches confessed. Second, Dioscorus was deposed for using violence to force bishops into signing blank papers at the Second Council of Ephesus, with the intention of filling them afterward with whatever pronouncements he deemed fit. With respect to Dioscorus being aligned with Eutyches, there is no evidence to establish a clear Eutychian Christology against which Dioscorus's Christology can be compared. When Dioscorus was deposed in the third session of the Council of Chalcedon in 451 CE, Patriarch Anatolius of Constantinople, successor to Flavian, stated that Dioscorus was deposed due to his complete disregard for the canons of the Holy Fathers in refusing to comply when canonically summoned a third time. 2 sessions later, the same Anatolius declared that it was not because of the faith that Dioscorus was deposed. He was deposed because he broke off communion with the Lord Archbishop Leo and was summoned a third time and did not come. Indeed, modern Eastern Orthodox scholars such as John Romanides and John McGuckin acknowledge that Dioscorus's faith, based on his surviving writings, was simply that of Cyril, though with less political astuteness and flexibility than Cyril. The second charge leveled against Dioscorus, namely his use of force to gather signatures, did not circulate in ecclesial circles until the Council of Chalcedon in 451 CE. In his book Claiming the Mantle of Cyril, Gray observes that had actual violence occurred, it would have been brought up explicitly. However, only threats of violence were mentioned by bishops who attended both the Second Council of Ephesus and Chalcedon. In response to their accusations, Dioscorus stated, "Since they say that they didn't hear the sentences and decrees, but simply signed a blank sheet passed to them, it was quite improper of them to sign without being assured about the pronouncement of the council, especially since matters of faith were at stake." Further shaming them for their cowardice, the Egyptian bishops proclaimed, "A Christian fears no one, an Orthodox fears no one. Bring fire and we shall learn. If they feared men, there would never have been martyrs." Though Dioscorus was held responsible together with 5 other bishops, these bishops were then all reinstated after making peace with the government of the council a few days later. Richard Price describes Dioscorus's behavior at Chalcedon, despite all accusations leveled against him, in the following terms. Dioscorus maintained his courage and dignity. He alone behaved like a man in the collection of howling old women. After his deposition, Dioscorus became associated in Chalcedonian memory with Eutyches as another heresiarch, who would be referred to in later Chalcedonian ecumenical councils as Dioscorus hated of God. This stands in contrast to the non-Chalcedonian memory, which remembers Dioscorus as our father, the confessor, who defended the faith against the heretics.
To all our faith-based and non-faith-based viewers, Covenant Eyes is here to help you break free from digital temptations and build a life of integrity through powerful tools for accountability and personal growth. Removing explicit and illicit content from your screen isn't just about protecting your mind. It's about reclaiming your time, relationships, and spiritual growth. Covenant Eyes helps you focus on what truly matters, giving you the freedom to live with purpose. At Theology Academy, we believe transformation comes through knowledge and faith. We are proud to share that Covenant Eyes has sponsored Theology Academy, and we are deeply grateful for their support in advancing our mission to educate and inspire. Sign up for Covenant Eyes today using the link below and support the mission of Theology Academy. Let's build stronger lives together.